Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wa sallallahu ta'ala ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa alihi wa sahbihi ajma'een. Wa ba'd. I begin with the greeting words of paradise. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. And I want to take this opportunity to also bring the greetings to the brothers and sisters here with the Forum for Social Studies from the 14th annual Riyadh and Shura that was held in Cleveland, Ohio. It's still going on now. There's part of a Shura discussion which is going on now. And Imam Jamil Al-Amin of Atlanta, one of the important leaders in America today, sent his greetings here to you. And alhamdulillah, it was a gathering of Muslims, brothers and sisters, who came together from all over North America and Canada also to enjoy themselves Islamically. And there were workshops, and also today there is a very important Shura discussion. And this Riyadh is a new activity. This is the 14th one, and it's sort of an alternative Olympics, so to speak. There's a competition in basketball, there's track and field. There are a number of different sporting activities that go on for brothers and sisters. And it is a halal way to be involved in sporting activities. And I can say that the Toronto team that was there made a good showing in the basketball tournament. We didn't win, but alhamdulillah, we made a very good showing there. And so Toronto has a name now and has a very good reputation in Islamic circles, not only for lectures and Islamic community, but also amongst the youth. And one of the very important discussions we had yesterday in this gathering of Muslims was looking at the development of Islam in North America and in the West, to try to see how Muslims can relate to each other and to try to look in a practical way at the problems that we are facing. And this is an ongoing discussion, because the purpose of our gatherings, the purpose of the lectures and the knowledge that we are gaining should not be only to attend the lecture. But it is crucial now that the purpose for our gatherings, after seeking the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, should be to be very practical, a very practical effort to try to establish Islam and to try to deal with some of the great problems and crises that we are facing in the Muslim community. And in the past 2 years, in the different cities and continents that I've had the opportunity to visit, I've noticed a very serious tension now that you find in many of the areas. And in many cases you find, you come into a city and you find Muslims divided. And as we heard, you'll find ethnic masjids, you'll find masjids based on Islamic movement. And this is a crisis in our times. Because as we heard, the salat itself and all of the aspects of Islam emphasize jama'ah, that we should be together in one group and not divided. And there are so many places in Quran where we see that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us to stay together, hold on to the rope of Allah, be not divided. And it really is one of the most important activities of a Muslim to try to unite with other Muslims. And so with the great change that is coming about, with the great crisis that we find ourselves in, when we turn to the Quran, we find that Allah tells us, إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُغَيِّرُ مَا بِقَوْمٍ حَتَّى يُغَيِّرُ مَا بِأَنفُسِهِمْ. Allah will not change the condition of a people until they change that which is inside of themselves. And so the internal change that we have to go through is a great change.